Welcome back everyone, my name is Leo and I am used to booking different accommodations and living in different cities, which means that I count on Airbnb or Booking.com for at least half of the year. In this video, I'll share with you the best and easiest ways to choose your perfect accommodation for the best price, whether you are going to stay for short term or long term. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and let's go. Let's start with Airbnb and step-by-step walk through the most organized way to choose perfect accommodation for your stay without costing you an arm and a leg for sure. And always remember that you can apply the same exact steps on Booking.com or any other website that you use. Step number 1, choosing the best quality. Not accommodation, not apartment, not yet, but the area itself, because even the best accommodation in a bad area can be miserable and ruin the whole stay. So we start with choosing the area and how to select it. For example, the first time we traveled to Sevilla, Spain, we stayed in an area called Macarena, which is completely fine. But it didn't exactly match what we were looking for, and we suffered a lot because of late noises, songs, and many other issues. However, once we moved 20 minutes away to another area called Triana, it was like a whole new experience, and we loved every day that we spent over there. So basically, same as you, I didn't want to have any kind of bad experiences in the future. I turned to ChatGPT, which would be quite important in the first part of our research, and I said, these are the things that I like in Triana, and these are the things that I didn't like in Macarena. And I said keep that in mind while choosing the area and accommodation in the future. Since then, until now, I have traveled to Budapest, Vienna, France, and right now I'm in Spain, and I have been following the same exact strategy, and it works perfectly, helping me to choose the best area where to stay. So I just want you to have some areas in mind and write down why you like them, and some other areas and why you don't like them. Then go to ChatGPT and ask it to help you choose the best areas to stay in the city that you are traveling to based on the things that you like and dislike. After that, ChatGPT will suggest 2 or 3 areas that fit what you are looking for, and this will save you a lot of time because it will narrow down your research to specific areas in the city. And once we find good accommodation in any of these areas, then we reached our goal. So let's assume that we are looking for accommodation in Budapest, and this is the suggestion that we are getting from ChatGPT. Then we go to Airbnb and look for accommodation in these areas. And that's the end of step 1 over here. Now step number 2, which is filtering. We open Airbnb and write the name of the city that we are traveling to, and the dates for sure. Then what I personally do is filter some options, like for example, the non-negotiables for me personally, because we stay for at least a month in each of the cities. So I always choose kitchen, Wi-Fi because we work online, entire home to make sure we aren't sharing an apartment with someone else. And then you can select the maximum amount of money, but I would suggest selecting the maximum amount of money later after checking the available options as accommodation and the average prices first. After filtering, we choose the map option and head directly to the areas suggested based on our research in step number 1 that we used ChatGPT for. And just like that, you don't need to check the whole map of the city, and we will end up with the best out of the best options that they are suitable for you. Step number 3, choosing the accommodation itself. After filtering and focusing on the best areas that they are suitable for you, right now you have good accommodation options on the map that you can choose between for sure. So open all the ones that match your budget financially, as we already secured the area, so we don't need to overthink about it. And now we can only compare between the apartments available in this area. The first thing you want to look at is the reviews for sure, especially how many of them, and definitely the ratings. Then head to the pictures of the apartment and check them carefully to make sure nothing you're expecting to be there is missing. And based on these 2 factors, pictures and reviews, you will eliminate some of the options, but always keep in mind having around 4 options to compare between them later on, just in case if the first or the second one don't work out. Once we compared between prices, quality, and reviews, then it's time for the little things that they can still be quite problematic, so we have to take extra care of them. Step number 4, the little things. Are you sure utilities are included or not? Are you sure about the check-in and check-out time? How about the house rules? That's what we are talking about. And if you say utilities are always included, I'll tell you think again, because it happened to us personally in Valencia once we traveled over there. We didn't see it written anywhere that utilities weren't included. Then we got a request from the host of the apartment to pay 150 euros as utility deposit, which later on created a big problem because we ended up canceling our accommodation, but she refused to give us the money back and we had to contact Airbnb and lots of different things. So not to have any of these problems and to learn from the mistakes that others do, always check and make sure that utilities are included and all of these stuff. How can we check? Let's take a look. Head to the house rules and make sure that you read everything carefully. After that, check the cancellation policy and the apartment description as well. Make sure that everything is under control and you know all the information about the apartment. Step number 5, communicate before finalizing. You finally have your favorite apartment or your top 2 apartments, but at the same time, you might see that the dates are available, but after that they reply and they say, for a reason or another, sorry, I can't host you at this time or anything like that. So we need to make sure that we get their confirmation before finalizing the booking. Send a message to the host and tell them that you are interested in renting the apartment at that time, and wait for them to send you an invitation to book. Then you can directly make the payment after getting the confirmation from them. Now, some very important tips that can help you a lot or save you a lot of money. Number 1, bargain. Yes, you can bargain on Airbnb, and I have done that before, and I got the best deal in Budapest. Back then, I found an apartment, liked it, but it was higher than the average that I wanted to pay, because basically it was in September, and I knew that the price in September should be a bit lower than that. And we ended up getting around 400 euros as discount. A big discount for sure. So when you think about it, just because of communicating and asking for a discount and receiving a discount from the host, we just saved 400 euros. You can always do the same. Number 2, try to travel during shoulder seasons when the weather is still nice, but at the same time you don't need to pay as much as paying in June, July, and August, which are the peak seasons. Number 3, the longer you stay, the cheaper the accommodation becomes. And at some point, you might end up paying for 1 month cheaper than staying for 2 or 3 weeks. All of that because of the discounts that they apply on monthly stays for sure. Number 4, if you are sure that you are going to travel, don't wait until the last day or the last week or even the last month. And always keep in mind that most of the accommodations, they have got free cancellation policy if you cancel more than a month in advance. So make your bookings as early as possible just to make sure that you have lots of options that you can choose from. Number 5, always check the prices from your phone and from your laptop, because sometimes they have phone-only prices that they can be cheaper. Now you might ask about booking.com as well. Basically, just follow the same exact steps that we did with Airbnb and apply them on booking.com or any other website that you use. I really hope these steps can help you secure the best possible accommodation for your trip. And here we reach the end of our video for today. So let me know in the comments if you still have any questions, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos.